Right. So, people, welcome for this weekend with experts charting techniques using MS Excel Day 2. So, today we have a lot of things to learn, that is advanced charting techniques. Okay, so I have some files which I've already uploaded in the app, so you can download that for practicing after the sessions. Okay, right. So, let's directly go to the Excel file where we can start working on the visualizations and also learn about the charting techniques. So first chart, what we'll be learning is about percentage change. So what is this percentage change? Say I have some categories or say subcategories, whatever. So I have some percentages where the percentages, some are actually negative, some are positive. So when I click on each region, you can see that if the percentage is in negative, it will show me the down arrow with red color. If the percentage is positive, that is showing me up arrow with green color. So how to work on these kind of things and make it dynamic? So some people actually, they make it hard coded, but I'll tell you how to make these things dynamic. Let's go to another file where I have these blank Excel sheet. So same thing, whatever we have all the charts, I have the blank file also here where we can work from beginning. Okay, right. Assume that this is the data. It's the same data what we have here, and I'm doing the same calculations here as well. So let's calculate the percentage. The formula is profit divided by sales. Okay, I just did the calculation here, or you might have the values before only. If you don't have the values, say in some of the data, you might have the percentage or the values or anything directly, it will be available. But don't worry, here we are actually calculating. Say I just calculated it. I'll convert that into percentage. You can see that I have this percentage. I'll click here, percentage. Now you can see that there are some percentages with negative value and some positive value. So what I'll do, I'll prepare or say I'll create two new series. Okay, positive, negative. See, positive and negative. Now, whichever is positive, we'll put that here. Whichever is negative, we'll put that in this column. How to do that? I'll say equals if this value is greater than 0. See, if condition, then let's take the sales. Else, I'll say NA. NA is actually a error formula or say error function. Sorry, it's not a formula, error value, which will not plot the data. Okay. For negative, I'll say equals if this value is less than or equal to 0, then I'll take that into negative value, that is okay. Now you see that this is negative, that's why it's coming in negative column. Now let me just drag it. So wherever it is negative, that will go to negative. Sorry, we didn't give that NA here. Let's give NA. Done. Now let me just copy this. Now if you see, my data is ready. Now I need to plot the chart. See how simple it is. For seeing, it looks as if it's very advanced, but see, within few minutes we can create the chart. Now what I'll do, I'll keep this for my filters. I'll select this category and sales, and then hold control, and I'm selecting these two series. I selected subcategory, which is the labels, sales, positive and negative, they are the series. Now I'll go to this insert and you just see I'll create a normal column, that is clustered column chart. Done. Now let's take it here and we'll increase the size. I'm not concentrating more on the format. I'm just trying to prepare the chart. Now you see this, I prepared this chart where I have sales, positive and negative. Now what I'll do, I'll right click on this series. I'll say format or say change series chart type. Say change series chart type. Here I'll have 3 series here. It says sales, let it be clustered column chart. Positive, I'll select and I'll make it as the line with markers. Let me select this negative, and this also I'll change to line with markers. Done. I'll say okay. Now I can see the charts have been changed. Now I have the series which is positive and negative in the line chart. Now what you do is just go and select this positive, and you can use Control 1 or say right click and say format. We'll go to this fill, and here I have this line. I'll say no line so that I'll not have the line. Same thing let's do for this negative. Selected, and I'll say no line. Now I have only the pointers here. Please concentrate, okay? Because every time I cannot keep repeating things because there are so many charts. I just selected this, okay, people. Anyways, you'll be getting the recording, so don't worry. I selected this series, these 4 series, and then I created the chart. I created what? I created the column chart, this one, okay? I created this clustered column chart. Later on, if you miss anything, I'll be giving you this video. Please, you can go through that step by step. I'll be telling, and you can work on that as well. Okay, because if I sit only on one chart, the entire session will have only one chart, because here you have so many different interesting charts. Okay, I'll try, I'll cover all the charts, even if it is taking more time also, no worries, but it won't take much time because all these are very simple charts. See, I got this chart. Now I have this negative. You can see that there is one series for negative, and there is one series for positive. Now what we'll do, we'll go to this insert, the next step, that is I'll take a shape. I want arrow. Here I have this triangle here. I'll just create one small triangle like this. You still want some more smaller, still make it a little more smaller like this, and then select it and change the color to green, that is up arrow. Now Control C, Control V. I have one more arrow here. Now what I'll do, I want this reverse, that is downwards. So what I'll do, go to the shape format. Here I have this rotate, and I'll say rotate vertical, like flip vertical. See the down arrow. Let me select this, and then I'll go to the shape format, change the color to red because I want the downwards red color. Now what I'll do, if you don't want the line, you can select and then say shape format. The formatting you can do however you want. I'll say no outline. Now select this shape, Control C, select the positive series and say Control select. Click on this point and say Control V. See, wherever the positive pointers were there, that will get this green color arrow. Select this red color arrow, which is downwards. Select the negative series and say, see. Now, wherever it is positive, you can see that it is up arrow, green color, and negative, it is down arrow with red color. Done. See, we almost done the chart. Now we need to apply the filters for this, the slicers. How to do that? Now select this table, click anywhere on this table, go to insert and click on this table. This will get converted to table. Now it will ask for my table as headers. Just say okay. Done. My table is ready. Now what I'll do is I'll go here to this insert. Here I have slicer. Click on this slicer and I'll select region because I'm trying to filter the chart by region. Clicked, say okay. See, now you just observe. Before clicking on these buttons, what you do is select this chart and this slicer both together by holding Control. Press Control 1. Again, make a note of it. Control 1 is used for formatting anything in Excel. That is, now we're trying to format these two objects. I'll go to this properties. Here in properties, I'll say do not move or size. We have to do this for the objects in Excel because if anything, we are hiding or unhiding or we are resizing the shape, this will actually resize. So to avoid that, what we actually do is we'll, select the option that do not resize. Now you just observe, I'll click on central, what happens? See, click on east. Right. Further, if you think you want to format, I'll remove this grid lines so that I'll have some more space. Select this, right click and say format data series. You can increase the thickness of the bar like this. See, right? Now you see, I have that arrow mark like this. If you want to make the arrow mark a little more bigger, so you can increase this and then copy and paste this. So likewise, we can have the arrow marks which shows the negative and positive value. Okay. All right. So you can do this only when you have different series. So the secret here is the tip here. What I'm actually telling you is if you want to do something like this, okay, with different colors or something, try to have, the idea of creating the values in different series so that it will be easy for us to have different colors. Here you see what happens wherever it is negative. So automatically the color will change because the entire series is of this color. So wherever it is negative, it will appear. Wherever it is positive, it will not appear. So like that. Okay. Right. So how did you feel about this chart, all of you? Please, I want all of you to answer. And again, don't worry, this video, I'm going step by step. Slowly, I'll do step by step so that you can actually work on this. And the entire file I've already sent, already uploaded. Okay. So likewise, I have so many different series. So if you actually encourage me, if you actually make me feel good, then only I can teach you more and more charts. So tell me, how was it? I want all of you to be attentive because this is very important. People, even if you go purchase some books, you'll not get these kind of ideas. So please concentrate and at least, make me also feel good so that I can give you more and more information. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next chart. Okay. All of you, the next chart is very interesting. So please concentrate. I'll go step by step. I'll explain how actually we can do this kind of chart. Now let me show the chart and then you'll have an idea. See, this is called as progress chart. So what is progress? Say, for example, this is 100% progress. Now suppose if the progress, let me make it as 0. Okay. See, there is no progress. Now once the progress starts, see, you can see that. So you can have the different categories. Say, for example, now up to 50%, I'll have this brown color or red color, whatever. Now suddenly, if it reaches 50%, the color is getting changed. Now you see, we keep going, then up to 75%, it will have some color. Once it goes to 75%, see, again the color will get changed. Now, Nitam, I'll tell that. Don't worry. Okay. See, like this. All right, let's see how we can work on this. Let's go to this plain sheet where we have this, right? Okay. Here I have done some calculation. Now what we'll do, because one of our friends were asking that how to hide the data, what we'll do, we'll keep it somewhere here. Okay, so that we'll not see this. See, we'll have a plain area. I'll just hide this. Now, how to actually work on this? How to get this chart? Let me tell you, it's a very simple task actually. I've already done the calculation so that we can directly create the chart, and I'll explain from beginning. First thing is, when I'm actually creating the chart, we had 3 different categories. Along with that, we also had that if nothing is there, there should be one category. So we'll have, say, I'll just roughly show you what happens. I'll just make it as 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Here, let's take 10%. Again, 10%. So all these will take 10%. These 3. Because we have 3 categories, and one is like, the remaining of all this. Say, let's say this one, I'll make it as just for you to understand how the chart actually works. So here I have 4 categories with some 10% and one is 70%. Let me select this. I'll go to insert and here I'll click on one donut chart. I think it's because this is select, because that's a number, it's plotting that as well. So I'll just see. The idea is you can see that I have category 1, category 2, category 3, and this is for nothing, say remaining. Suppose, see here, I will make this as 0. You can see that nothing is coming, only these 2 are there. I'll make this also 0. Now, if I achieve 10%, you can see this 10%, rest, whatever you see, this will be equals sum of this. I'll say 1 minus sum of, see, it's 90%. Now, let's say I will increase this to 50%. See, it is 50%, this will become 50%. If I'll make 90, see, 90% is actually achieved, 10% is remaining. So, likewise, we are actually working on this one. So, I'll tell you, from beginning. I just showed you how actually this chart has been made. Okay, this because of the different categories, we are getting that colors there. First, what we'll do is we'll take this actual and remain. Okay, what is actual? That is the actual value. See, I just did the same thing. Actual, where let's say there are some values. Let me just roughly take some 80%. Then remaining will be 100% equals 1. I'm taking this 1 because 1 into 100 is 100% minus this one. So it is 20%. Now just see, I'll select this, and if I create one chart, it will be like this. See, 80% is actually done, 20% is remaining. So within this, I need to, now within this 80%, I'll try to make it such a way that say how the progress is happening. I'll just put it here, but formula I'll write from beginning. See, if it is less than 50%, there is one series. If it is from 50% to 75%, there is one series. If it is 76% to 100%, one series, and the remaining will be the total of this, minus say 100% minus total of this. See, okay. So what we'll do, we'll go here. I'll say equals if, see, this value, okay, if this value, I'll fix this, is less than 50%. If this value is less than 50%, then I'll take this value. That is the actual value. Else, we'll make it blank. See, now, if you see, you can make it blank or anything is fine. In this case, say, now this is actually 80%. That means this is false. So I'm getting blank. Let's go to next one. Next one is 50 to 75% equals if. Now I have two conditions. I'll say and. The logic, the criteria is if this value is greater than or equal to 50%. This is one criteria. Next criteria, if this value is less than or equal to 75%, then I'll take this value. Else blank or anything. Again, this value will not fall under this. Let's go here. Again, this is the same formula. So what I'll do, I'll copy this formula. Just a normal, simple if formula I'm using. But here, if it is greater than or equal to 76% and less than or equal to 100%. So let me convert this into percentage. See, the remaining is nothing but the total of this. That is 100% minus total of this, or I can select this as well. See, now I just assume that I'll make it as 10%. See, it is going to this series now because it falls under 0 to 50%. Let me make it as 67%. See, it'll go to this one because it falls under 50 to 75%. Done. So what I'll do, I will select this, go to this insert, and here I'll create one. Make it as select, insert, something. Let me change this to NA and C. Right, let me check now. Chart insert. Yeah, sorry, but I have this NA. Now, the remaining what you see here, it says some orange color or something. Let me make it light gray color. Okay. Control 1. I'll go to this fill. See here, solid. I'll make it as light gray color so that it's like. Let me change this to 10%. Now you can change the colors. Let's say I want this to be a red color. Select this series. Go here. That means it is not up to the mark. I'll say red color. Let me change this to 60%. Now it's coming to the second category. Now what I'll do, I'll select this and I'll make it as blue color. This one. And let me change this to 90% so that we feel that it is achieved. Select this and then we'll say solid green color. Done. My chart is done. Now what we'll do, we'll take this here so that people will not see the data. See, I will increase that. Okay, see. Now we had one button here where it was changing automatically. So what we'll do, here we have developer. Click on this developer, go to insert. Here I have this spin button. So we call it a spin button. I'll just select this and put it here. What the spin button will do is it will help us in increasing or decreasing the values. Right click, format control. I want the value, say from 0 to 100. And what I'll do is I'll go here. I will select here, just next to that actual values. We just see, I will say, if I keep increasing or decreasing, the values here also will be keep changing. This is 2, but it is not 2%. When I convert this into percent, it become 100, say 200%. So what I'll do, the actual value, I'll put a formula saying that equals this divided by 100. See, it will give me 2%. Now, if you go and check, see, we keep clicking on this because the value is changing. Here, the color also will keep changing. It's keep growing here. See, once it becomes 50%, the color will change. Now, if you want a label, I'll go to this insert, take one text box. Okay. Now, what I'll do, I'll just keep it here. Later on, we'll increase the font size equals. And then I'll select this actually. See, that's it. Now I can see it says 54%. I'll increase this. I'll put it here like this. Make it bold. Now you see. You can see that the value is getting increased there. So the reference will be here like this. See. Now, let's increase this. So likewise, we can actually create this progress charts. Okay. Don't you feel this is simple, people? How was this chart? Now, Nitam, now you got how actually we hide the data. We'll keep it towards our right hand side or in a different sheet actually, and then we work on this. Okay. Right. So are if people feeling good that you can learn a lot of advanced things in a simple way, all of you? Yeah. Okay. So is the class interesting for all of you? Very good. All right. Let's go to next one. Very good. Okay. Let's go to next one. What is next one? Okay. Next one is still more interesting. Okay. Right. All of you. Okay. All of you now concentrate. Next one. Next one is still more interesting. What is that? Let me just tell you. See, I have one chart here. It's a column chart. Everyone, we know how to create a column chart. We select the data and we can create the column chart. What is speciality in this? Just see, there is one table here. Okay, just observe. I'll click on this 0 to 999. See, you can see that the data is getting changed. And this is interactive chart. You can see that. See. Okay. So if you see this, it looks a very simple column chart. But if you see here, I'm able to, make this data filter according to this, what is that? The buttons, what we have here. Don't you feel this is interesting, people? How do you feel about this column chart? Is it interesting? Yeah. You want to know how to create this in a very simple way? Right. Let me tell you. Let's go to this interactive chat. Okay. Right. All of you, please, I want all of you to concentrate because these are all very simple steps. Is this chart then for huge data? You can do it. Let me show you first. Okay. Let me show you, then you'll understand. All right. See here, I have a data here. This is my data. Okay. Let me remove this grand tool. Just observe. I don't have the categories here. Do I have that category here? Say 02999, 1002, something like that. Can you see that here? Is there anything like that data? No, it's not there, right? So what should I do if I don't have that? I have to go here, sit manually and keep on doing like this. Okay. People, have you ever come across this kind of situation where you have to categorize these numbers? Any of you? People have come across these kind of situations? Any of you? Yes? Okay. Right. So I can see that some of you have come across these kind of situations. Yes, for making groups. Very good. Okay. Right. Now, let me show you how to do this. People who knows, it's really good. People who doesn't know, please see here. It is very simple to do. What did I do? I did nothing. I'll go to this insert. See, go to insert. Here I have this pivot table. Okay, I'll create one pivot table. Let me create the pivot table within the sheet itself. I'll just take some gap here and then I'll create somewhere here. Okay, just small pivot table. I got a pivot table. How will the pivot table help us in creating those kind of categories? Let me tell you. I'll take this sales, drag and drop here. See, I took that sales and drag and drop in the row column. Now select here, right click, group. When I click on this group, I'll get one small window. Here I'll say I want to group from 0 to, let's say, 299. Sorry, let's say 9,000. I want the group by 1,000. I'll say okay. See, automatically the range got selected here like this. I want the count of the customers within this range. Drag this customer and put it here. See, done. My data is ready. See how quickly we did. Right. Next, I'll go here. I will say 0. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'll say 1,000, 2,000. What did I do here is I want to get this categories here to filter. So if that is this category is there, then only I can filter. Then what I'll do here, I want to get this categories here to label it, say equals VLOOKUP. Okay. When I say VLOOKUP, that means I'm trying to get the lookup value here. I'll select number, comma, and I'll select only these two columns. I'll press F4, that is absolute reference, comma. It asks for column index number. I'll say 2, comma. Now don't give exact match because this is number. I want this to be like approximate match within this range. So what I'll do, I'll press 1 or 2, close bracket, say enter. See, automatically I'll get this. Double click, done. My task is done. Over. Now what I'll do, I will select this chart, this pivot table, go to insert, and I will click here to create one chart. Done. My chart is done. I have these categories. Okay. Now what we'll do, we'll take our chart here and I will expand it so that I'll have this done. And I can also format it. I will increase the thickness of my column. Looks good. Okay. Now let me hide this. You can see that there is some buttons here. I don't want this. I'll say hide all the buttons of charts. Done. I don't want this legend also. I'll remove this legend. Done. Now people, I got this. Now you just see, you might be thinking that, okay, the chart is done. Let me hide this grid lines. See, if you click on this, nothing will happen. See, what's happening? Nothing is happening. How did this happen actually? Okay, see, data is changing. How did that happen? Let me tell you. So we'll go back. Okay. See, I'm not giving more importance to the formatting because formatting will take a lot of time. I'm just telling you about the charting techniques only. Now, what I'll do, I'll select this x-axis. I'll remove this. Let me just give some space here, and I will select this table here. I'll say insert and convert this into table. Say okay. This got converted to table. I'll go to this insert. Here I have this slicer. So what I'll do, I'll select this, say, we'll name this as range. Okay. Let me name this as range. Go to the slicer. We have this range. Click on this. Say okay. See, I got the slicer now. Now what I'll do, I'll select this slicer. I'll go to the slicer settings here. It says column 1. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I will go here. I'll make it as 10 columns. Let it be. Now what we'll do, we'll go here, we'll keep this slicer like this. Now, I don't want the heading. Right click, go to the slicer settings. Here we have this heading. I'll remove the heading and I'll say okay. See? Like this. Just keep it. Let's try and adjust so that increase this little. Yeah. See? Click on this. The mistake what we always do, that is always make sure that go to properties, do not move our size. Okay. See? I just click on this. See? Can you see that the data is getting? If you want, you can hide this. Just hide this. See? Right? It's so simple. We just created one pivot table to get the range here. Then after that, I just categorized it and took the value here. After that, I just created one simple chart based on this pivot table. That is one column chart. Then I took the slicer, depending on the range what we had, and then I placed it just below that, so that if I click on this, the data will get filtered. Don't you feel it's interesting, people? How was this chart? Okay, right. Sorry, people are more eager to know something, innovative charts like this. Still more charts are there. Right? Okay. All right. Next. Okay. Right. The next chart. Next chart is still more interesting. Let's go to this and let's check what is that. See, I have two charts. One is by year and another one is by month. You can see that it's month, it's year. When I click on this 2016, see, I'm getting this 2016 highlighted, and you can see the 2016 month data is available here. Let me click on this 2019, it's getting highlighted, and I can see the report for 2019. See, right? Have you people worked on this kind of charts anytime before? No? Okay. Yes, good. I think Aditya has got a lot of knowledge on charting techniques. Good, Aditya. Right. Okay. Right. So let's go and see how actually we can work on this chart. Okay. First thing, what we'll do, we'll try to get the month. Okay. The month and the production, total production, because what you see here in this chart, this is the total production what we have in 2015, 16, or whatever I click, the total production. So for that, first thing what we'll do is we'll try to, okay. All right. So let me select this, insert, and here I'll say pivot table. I'll create one pivot table. I'm creating the pivot table somewhere here only. Let's say I'll go and I'll create here only. Say, okay. Let me take this year and I'll put it here. So I'm getting the year unique years, and then I'll take this production and I'll put it here. See, this is giving me the data for each year. Now the same thing we have to do for month as well. So what I'll do, I'll go here. Let me copy this. I'll just put it here. And what we'll do is we'll remove this here and put it in filters and take this month and I'll put it here so that we have this year like this. See, all right. So we got the year and the total production. Then we got one more table where we have this month. Now what I'll do, I'll go here. Give me a minute, people. It started raining. I'll just close the window. Give me a minute. Oh, it's raining outside actually. I just closed the window. Right. So what I'll do, see here, I just copy this and I'll put it here. I'll tell you what I'm doing. We'll just try to give the link here. Okay. Control D, Control R. So this is the link. Now this one will be month. This will be production. Or we'll do one thing. Let it be like this only. We can directly take the chart, but for this we'll take, because we need to have the highlights as well for this. So what I'll do, I'll take this month and I'll put it here as values. So this one will change to year and this one to production. Okay. Now why I took this as a separate thing? Let me go and link this as well. All right. That is because I need one more series here. Why? Because based on the year what I select, I need to get one more value here. So I'll go here, I'll say equals if this value, the year, is equal to the year what I selected. Okay, F4, comma, then I'll select the production. Else I'll make it as NE. Now if you see, you just observe, I have this 2000. Let me select this 2005. See, this will get a name. Why did we do this? I'll tell you. Now I told you that time, if you want to create one more, say, different colors. So what we actually do is we'll create a dummy series. Okay. Now we have two charts to be created. One is for the month, other one is for the year. So let me just select this. Select, insert, a normal column chart will create. Let me take this towards my right hand side so that we'll have the data here like this. And I will increase. If you think you want to hide this data, you can just drag it like this. And I'll say, well, again, I'm telling, I'm not concentrating too much on the formatting part. Now, what I'll do is I'll remove this grid line so that I'll have some space. Right click, and here I'll say format data series. Here we have this gap width. Always I like to have, the bar little thicker, and I'll say overlap 100%. I can see that the two series are overlapping one on the other. Okay, right. Now my first chart is ready. Now the second chart. Let's go to this. Here we have this chart. I'll select this. I'll say insert, and again I'll say a column cluster chart. I'll hide these buttons, and then I'll remove the grid lines. What I'll do, I'll go here. I will take this just below this. Usually we keep the data in a separate sheet. Just to make you guys learn, I'm just keeping this here only. Now I'll just match this. And again, same thing. Select, right click, format data series, and I'll increase the. See? Done. See? Oh my God, it's raining heavily, people. Right? Can you see that? Now I need to have the filters here. So what I'll do? I'll go here and I'll try to get the filters. So here I have this, you know, the say pivot table. Select this pivot table and say insert. We have this here, the slicer, and then I'll select this here. Say okay. See, now let me take that slicer and I'll keep it here. That's it. See, I can see that when I click on this. See, it is very easy actually. Okay. The only thing is, I'll tell you whatever I've done here, step by step. See, you can after give the video, go and work on this. You find it very easy. See, what did I do? I have this data. I just created one pivot table and created the pivot table that is summarized report for the year and the production. And then I created one more pivot table with the month and the production, but the filters will be on this year. Then after that, one data set, one placeholder I created for the year, and I use the same thing with the pivot table for month. That's it. So likewise, it is all about the techniques what you actually use. The techniques how actually you use for creating this chart. Okay. All right. The next one what we have is exactly same thing, but see here. Previously we had this what is that slicer, but here we can use this drop down as well. Okay. So for this, it's the same concept, no changes. You just have to use this drop down. How to use this drop down? I'm telling you that with this chart. Okay, there is one drop down because here I just want to show you that similar to what we did previously with slicer, we can do the same thing with the drop down. How to add this drop down, how to work on this drop down, I'll tell you in the next chart. Okay, here. Because without knowing this chart, you cannot actually create this kind of chart. So if you know this, then you can do it automatically by yourself. Okay, right. So before I go to this drop down chart, how did you feel about this chart? Aditya, I think you have worked more on this kind of charts. How did you feel about these charts in Excel? Okay. But all of you are enjoying this session? All of you? Yeah, very good. Good, good. All right. Good. Let me go on with the next chart. Okay, I was talking about this drop down chart. Say, how to use this drop down? This is, most of the people actually feel that it is very complex or very difficult. I'll show you within few minutes, you can create this kind of charts. How? See, let me show you. See, I'll select something. See. This is very simple. I'll show you how to do that. First, what we'll do, first step. See, I'll say step 1, step 2, step 3. I'll go step by step. It might be difficult for you to understand now, or say it might be a little confusing. So after going back home, or say, after this session is done, I'll post the video. Just go one by one. I'll tell you 100% it will be very easy. First step, what I'll do, I'll copy this and I'll put it just above this. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll just delete this. And then I'll take one drop down. See what I'll do? I'll just take the drop down. How to take the drop down? Developer. Click on this developer. Suppose if you don't have this developer, right click anywhere, say right click, and here say customize ripple. And here, if you just scroll down, we have this developer. If it is unchecked, check that and say okay. Now I'll go to this insert. Here I have this drop down. Click on this drop down and then insert it. Now what I'll do, let me hide the grid lines. See, what I'll do is I'll right click and say format control. When I say format control, I'll get input range and cell link. First, we'll take this input range. What is input range? Input range is nothing but the data, the names or the values what I need to get in the drop down. Let me click on this and I'll select the entire range, whatever is there here like this. See. Next, what I'll do, I'll go here, cell link. Cell link, what it will do is, let me just click here. Okay, I'll just click here and I'll say okay. So you'll understand what is cell link. If I go here, select any of the values, you can see that I'm getting one number. The number is nothing but the index of the selection what I've done, the index. Now what I'll do is here, I'll say equals index. Index is a formula wherein we can get the value depending on the index number. I'll select the entire table, F4, comma. It'll ask for the row number. I'm selecting this row number. Comma. I want the first column value. I'll say 1. See, sector 9. I'll go here. See. Let me copy this towards my right hand side. And here it says 2. I'll say, let me fix this. I'll fix this. And then let me change this to 2. Okay. Then we'll say 3. And then I'm just changing the column number. And say 5. We can make it dynamic, but as of now, we'll just go with the manual only. 6 and 7. Okay. I just change the columns here. Now you see. See. My data is ready now. So what I'll do, I'll try to create a chart. See, select, go to insert, and here I'll create a chart. Done. Over. See. Now you just observe. I will select one of the charts like this. See. So it's so very simple actually. But only thing is you should understand. Okay. So what I'm trying to do here, I just created one placeholder here where I just took the index number and then I'm trying to take the value from here based on the index number what I'm getting from this drop down. Similarly, I have something called as list box here. Same thing, but it's a list box. Let me tell you how to do that here only. Instead of this drop down, we can have something called as list box. Okay. How to get the list box? I'll go here, developer, and here in this developer, I have the list box here. Okay, this is the list box. Let me select this. I will drag it like this. Okay. Right click, format control. This is a list box. This drop down and list box, work similarly. I'll select this input range. I'll select here, and then I'll say cell link. I'll give the same link here, and I'll say okay. See now, I'll click on this sector 1. See, I can either go with this list box or I can go with this drop down. So anything, if you feel that I want drop down, I can use this drop down, or I can go to this list box where I'll have all the values here like this. I can. Okay. So likewise, I can actually create the dynamic charts based on, here we have, let's say I have 25 regions here. And if you want to create 25 regions, the charts for each individual region, it will take so much of time, as well as it will occupy a lot of space. Instead, what I can do, I can create something like this, some drop downs. Okay. And then if you just keep it here somewhere here, see, it looks so good also. You can also have this like this. Okay. Right? Okay. So what's this chart? How did you feel about this chart, people? Good. Fine. Right. So let's continue. Okay. Right. Next one. Okay. So we did this box. The same thing. What I was telling. The drop down. You just try this. Okay. Take it like an assignment or something. So this is exactly like what we did, right? The same thing I've done here. The drop down. Okay. So take this as an example and try to work on this chart. Take this as an assignment. All right. Next, option button. Okay. Let me show how this chart actually works. I have one chart and I have this sales and units. See the sales data, the units data. Now, if I click on the sales, I'll get the sales data, the same chart. If I click on this units, I'll get the units data. How is this working? Let me tell you. It's a very simple task actually. What I did, let me just copy this and I'll paste it somewhere here. Okay. And then here I have two option buttons. These are called as option button. Like what we did is say drop down. Similarly, we have option button. So what I'll do, I'll go to this developer. Here I have option button. Click on this. Now if you see, I got one option button. I'll name this as sales. Okay. Then I'll copy and paste and I'll say units. Right? Sales and units. I will right click, format control. And then I have this cell link. I will click somewhere here and I'll say okay. We just see if I click on sales, it is 1. If I click on units, it is 2. So based on that, what I'll do, I'll write a formula now and say equals if this value, okay, I'll fix this, is equal to 1. If it is 1, that means it is sales. I will take the data from sales. If not, I'll take the data from units. Now, I will copy this and paste special, I'll say formula. Okay. Within few seconds, we could create this table. Same thing we can copy here and I can update this as well. See now, sales unit. Sales, we click on this, this becomes 1. I'll just make it simple and see. Click on this, this becomes unit. Now what I'll do, take it up, select, and then say insert a column. And then now if I go here, see sales. Yeah. Likewise, I can actually create dynamic charts. The trick here is I am using this link, that is the index number, and then I'm trying to create the chart. Okay, right. Next one, checkbox. Exactly what we did this option button. Now we'll use this checkbox. So what is checkbox? Checkbox is nothing but multi-selection. Let me hide the grid line. Let me show you how the chart actually looks. See here, I have some data, you see, like this. I will click on this drug 1, 2, 3. See, they are getting invisible like this. I can compare the data like this. You don't require any VBA macros or anything. You can just directly do, with this checkbox. Let me show you how it actually works. What I'll do is I'll just create one dummy data. Say copy this and I'll put it somewhere. Okay. Then what I'll do, I need say drug 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 5 checkboxes. You can see that I have 5 checkboxes. Go to this developer, insert. Here I have the checkbox and I'll click here. I'll say drug 1. See, drug 1, drug 2, drug 3, drug 4, drug 5. Drug 1, I will copy and paste, say drug 2, drug 3, drug 4, and drug 5. Okay, I created 5 checkboxes. Let me name them. Say drug 2 and say drug 3 and 4 and drag 5. Okay. See, 5 check boxes are created. When I click on this, see, I can select, deselect. Right click, format control. And then what I'll do is I will select for drug 1. So what happens? See, true, false, true, false. Let me do the same thing. Right click, format control for drug 2. For drug 3, right click, format control. Drug 4 and drug 5. So for all the drugs, I am trying to give the name. Done. Now you see, it says true, false, true, false. Now what I'll do, I will remove this. Okay. Here I'll say equals if this value, okay. Now let me fix only the column is equal to true. Then I will take this value. Else NA. So what this NA will do? Let me show you. See, I will copy this, Control D, Control R. Right? Let me copy this and I'll create the line chart. Okay. See, let me go here and I will select here. I'll remove grid lines. See now, if I click on this drug 1, what happened? This becomes NA. Because it is false, you can see that the line disappeared. See. So wherever you have this, NA will not have the line. Usually what we do, we'll keep it somewhere in the side like this so that we'll not see that data. So for us, it looks as if, this is the data for us and I'm actually trying to work on it. So this is the checkbox. So we use this checkbox for creating the charts and hide or unhide the series. Okay. There is one more chart like that. Take that as an assignment. Okay. So where is that? This one. It's a similar chart. The dynamic sales profit selection chart. Okay. I want you to take this as an assignment, work on. I'll tell you what you'll be getting if you are actually working on this and sending it to me. Okay. All right. So we understood about the checkbox. And now we'll go to this dynamic selection. You people would have worked on, various different charts. But sometimes what happens, we need to create, the series with different colors. Let me show you. I have one table here. I will convert this into table. Say, okay, done. What I'll do is go here and we'll create a chart. Let me select this and I'll say insert and I'll create one bar chart like this. Okay, I'll create a bar chart because we have more number of series. Done. But I want to filter based on category. So what I'll do, I will hide the grid lines and then we'll go to this insert. Just like so. Let me take this category, say okay. Okay. I have this category. Now just observe, I'll go here. I'll try to click on this furniture. You can see I'm getting this. Let me right click and say properties. Say this, please make sure that you will enable this always. Okay. Furniture, see. Let me increase the gap. Right, see, office supply, technology. See. But if you just observe, if I have one series, usually if I have a series, what happens? I'll have only same color. But what I want is, I want different colors like this. See, I have different colors here like this. If you want to do that, again, there is no, difficulties or say, you don't have to bother about it. What I have to do is select this series and then go to this fill. here I have the solid fill, gradient fill, and all these things, but we have an option called as vary colors by point, and let me click on that. That's all you have to do. Vary color by points. So now you see automatically you can get the different colors. See, within few seconds, okay, we can create this kind of chart. These are called as charting techniques. The techniques what we use to make people understand in a very simple way. Also, to create those charts in a very simple manner. See, we created so many charts. It just took 1 hour, 20 minutes or something. So many charts we created. It is so simple actually. Okay. Right. Next. Next is, suppose if you think that I want to get the top sales, see, 2019, I have the top sales. See, you want to get something like this to highlight the same chart we had done previously also. Suppose if you think you want to get like this, so what to do? I'll tell you. The top sales. Okay. So we, sometimes we have to create some pivot table, or sometimes you have to just use the tables because we need to get the summarized report. Let's go here. See, I need to get the summarized report for this because we have this 2019 and we have this, subcategories or something. So what we'll do, we'll go here, select this. I'll create one pivot table. Create a pivot. I'm creating the pivot table in this existing sheet here only. And I'll say, okay. Let's take this year and I'll put it in filters. Let's take this subcategory and put it in rows and sales here in this. Let me convert this into percentage because that's a percentage value. And I'll select 2019, 20, whatever. See. Now, let's go here and I'll say equals this value. Why? Because I need to have one more series wherein I need to highlight. Let me just copy this. Here I'll say sales, the percentage. Let me say equals the same values I need. Or we'll say okay, so we want what is that? Top sale. That is, we need the maximum value. So the formula will be equals if this value equals max of the entire range. Because we need the maximum value because I'm checking the top sales, max of this, then we'll take this. Else NA goes back. Let's see which is the maximum value. See, this is the maximum value in this range. Now, if I select 2020, see, this is the maximum value. So what we'll do, select, insert, and I'll create one column. Okay. Same thing like what we did previously. We had one more chart like this only. So almost all are similar, but the kind of data what we actually arrange should be little different. Hide the grid lines, and then here I'll remove the grid lines of this chart title. Right click and say format data series, and here I have this column capture. See, now this is the top sales section. This one. Now what I'll do, I'll go here, select this pivot table, and I'll say insert a slicer. That is yes, that's done. Now let me take this slicer. Again, people, I'm telling, I'm not so concentrating on the formatting part because that will take a lot of time, and that is not our intention here. So we have one more webinar that is in Weekend with Experts only on formatting part, how to actually format table, chart, everything. Okay, let me click. See, you can see it's getting changed. If you think you want to have the data label, I'll go here, say data labels. Okay, see. So whichever is highest, you can see that. So likewise, we can actually create, various different charts. Right. Next, I'll show you one interesting thing. Similarly, what we did here, same thing, but this time we'll create something called as lollipop chart. So what is that? Let me just show you. What is a lollipop chart? See here. If you see, I have a chart here wherein I click on this thing. How many of you have seen this kind of chart? How many of you have seen this chart? No? In Tableau, yes. I was about to tell that. In Tableau, we have this kind of charts where we can create this easily. Right. No worries. I'll tell you how to create this in the Excel as well. Okay. In Tableau, this is very easy because there are a lot of options, easy options where we can create this kind of charts. But one of the clients actually asked us to, implement something like this. So I showed them how easy it is to create this kind of charts. Let me show you how to create this kind of charts. Again, here we just created one, say, pivot table. Exactly same thing like what we did here for this chart. Same concept, but only thing is what we did, we instead of taking the maximum value here, see, we took the maximum value here. We just took the same value here. That's all. See, go here. I'll create one pivot table. Okay. Yeah, we'll create one pivot. So done. I'll take this here and put it here in filters. I'll take the subcategory and put it in rows. Sales, I'll put it here in values. Done. Let me select one here and then convert this into percentage. Done. Now what we'll do, we'll go here. We'll say equals this. And I will copy this. I just made the same copy of it. And here we'll have again, same copy. I want two series here. One is subcategory, which is label. This is sales. And this is another sales that is for our lollipop. That is what we have, the toffee, whatever that circle is there. Select, insert, and I'll say now what we'll do is go here, right click, change series chart type. One series what we have, we'll change this to line chart. If you just see our first example here, the percentage chart, we did the same thing. We took that line chart and then we copied and pasted something, right? Similarly, I'll go here. I will select this and say no line. You can see that I'm getting this one pointer. Now what I'll do, let's take this chart, this side. I will increase, remove this, remove the grid lines. Let me just create one more thing here. I think there's some problem here. Insert column chart. Yeah. Take it here. Okay. Right click, format data series. We can increase this or decrease this. We'll do one thing, we'll decrease this actually because we need, very thin line actually. Right click, chart series type, change this to line chart, say okay, and select here and remove the lines. Okay. Now let's take the toffee, that circle, and put it here. So for that, what I have done, I have one image here. Like I just downloaded this. Let me just see if I can put it here in Excel. I will say insert picture. Okay, so I'll take this path and then I'll say select this save. Okay, oops. Insert picture. Right. It's too big actually. Let me reduce this. Reduce this to the size, what I want. Control C. Select this pointer. Control V. Over. Done. That's all. Now select the bar and see if we can change the color. Let's say solid fill, and I'll select some color. See? And if you think you want to match the coffee here, you can do that as well. So select and we'll go here. See more colors. If you think you want to match that, you can still match it. Yeah. See? If you want label, then you can go here, right click and say add data labels. You can see that I have the data label. Select the data label and then we'll say format data labels. Let me make it as center. You can see I have the center. What I'll do, let's see if we can actually color that solid fill, and then font color will change to white. See, let's make it bold. Yeah, now it's looking good. I'll make it as Arial. Just a small, simple formatting. Just to see. Just cleaning this. Done. Okay. Now let me just move this data. Right. Now what I'll do, I need filters here. So let's go here to this pivot table. And then I'll say insert your will insert slicer. I'll take this here. So and I'll keep it here. So here the slicers, if you want, you can keep horizontally or vertically. Now here we have this vertical. If you think that I want to put this on top, the 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 4 years. Go to the slicer, change these columns to 4 and say enter, then drag it like this. See? You can keep it like this. So you can plan accordingly. If you don't want the heading, right click, slicer settings and say display header, I'll just remove. See? Like this. That's it. Like this. Right? How was it? Was it interesting? Easy to create, people? People, all of you, at least respond. If you didn't understand, I told you this video will be shared with you people. Data will be shared with you people. Okay. Good. Right. Let's go to the next one. Water selection. Again, this also is a very simple chart where we actually, create something like say all quarters. If I click on this first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, it's getting highlighted. Let's do this. It's again a very simple chart. You don't have to do anything. Just go here and we'll try to insert the option button. Okay. Let's go to this developer, insert. I have this option button. Let me take this. I had the grid lines so that we'll have some space here. All right. I'll say quarter 1. Copy and paste. This is for quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, and say quarter 5. Okay. Not quarter 5, sorry. It's 2, 3, 4, and this one is not quarter 5, sorry, it's a all quarters. Right. Just if I click on this first quarter, I should get the first quarter data, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, all quarters. Right click, format control. Here I have this cell link. Let me click somewhere here and say, okay, just see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. This will actually give me 5. I have the month here 1 to 12. What I'll do, I'll categorize this, say 1, 1, 1. First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter. If I click on all quarters, the index number it's giving me as 5, and that will be like all the values. Now here I'll say equals if this value, okay, F is equal to this value, then I need this value, that is sales value. Else I'll say NA. Okay. Now let me copy this down. See, this is 5. None of the values are matching. Now what I'll do, I'll say first quarter, see, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, and all quarters. Let me select this data, go to insert, and I'll insert a column chart. You just observe, I'll click on first quarter, see. So what I'll do, right click, format data series. Here I have this overlap, I'll say 100% overlap, and column, let's see. That's it, over. See, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, all quarters. So likewise, many of them actually feel that, the charts, whatever is there, which looks very advanced, they feel that it is very difficult to create or very complex to create. But no, it's not like that. They're very easy. Only thing is you have to apply the techniques. Okay. Right. So there is one more chart, that is dynamic selection. And I told you that take it as an assignment and do it and send it to me. Okay. So I will see the next week. We still have a lot of things where we'll be giving some awards. We're planning for some awards. We actually tried previously, but now we are actually slowly thinking of, giving some work. And if people actually, finishes that or they start involving, we're also planning for awards. That is still on planning stage. So at least now take this as an assignment and start working on this. Send it. Yes, you can do that. There are a lot of things. And people, I want to show you one more thing. Okay. Let me tell you one more thing. We actually have started, 1 minute. Let me just show you. You'll understand. Okay. So Zamir, right? Yeah, Zamir was asking like to add a target line in the bar graph. Bar graph, I think you cannot add. Okay. Bar graph, you cannot add. For column chart, you can add actually. Okay. The target line. But the target line, what you can do is we can have a dummy series and we can do that. That we can do. Okay. Let me show you something. Okay, people. But I couldn't actually complete that. I actually started, but for sure, I'll actually work on that. See. Okay. So I am actually preparing one course exclusively only for charts. Okay. See, I actually started, but I couldn't finish. But this will be ready. And this we are actually releasing very shortly. So it's a very nice this thing. And here, whatever charts you have seen, right? This one, whatever charts you saw this, more advanced than that. I have almost 150 charts which are already ready with me. 150 charts readily usable. But I actually want to make some videos on that. So it will take some time. But for sure, once it is done, I'll share it with the people in the app itself. Okay. All right, so these are some of the charts what I wanted to show you. So I will take some 5 minutes of yours. Please tell me, how was this session? Please, I want all of you to tell me, how was this session? I want all of you I'll answer all of your questions. Okay. Before that, I just asked how was the session, so that it'll boost my energy, and after that, I'll take all your questions. People questions I'll take later. Okay. I just asked something. Tell me how was the session. Thank you, Akila, Venkatesh, Zamir, Aditya, Manjula. So everyone who actually appreciated. People yesterday itself, I told, we actually are not expecting any commercials from, from you people. Okay. Just expecting some encouragement. So if you give that, it'll be more energetic for us. From last 1 hour, 40 minutes, I'm actually keep speaking. Okay. So I'm just asking just 2, 3 minutes. That's a lot more than that. Okay. Right. Thank you so much for all of you for giving, the feedback. Right. Next, I'll take all your questions. Okay. I'll take all of your questions, and I'll also tell you what is there for next week as well. I'll show you that as well. What is there for the next week. But before that, I just want to show you something. Okay. Let me just show you something. Yeah. So about the certificate, all of you who have attended, you will get the certificate, but you have to fill this form. Okay. So every weekend we are giving certificates for certificate of participation. This will actually help you, because these kind of charts, these kind of knowledge, whatever you have gained, that will actually be useful in your career as well. Okay. So let me just give you the link. Where is that link? Okay. Certificate link. Okay. Please copy this. Yeah. All of you, say this is the link for filling your for the certificates. Please fill it as soon as possible, because we need to generate this. And people, every week we are actually giving these certificates. Okay, every week who attends both the days, we are actually giving these certificates, but that will be depending on the topic. Okay, so that is one thing. Second thing is, people, I told you, I want you guys to post your certificate in your LinkedIn. Okay. So this will be your certificate. So every weekend it will be like weekend with experts, and the badge also will be there. But here you'll be having the topic with the date as well. Okay. All right. So next, what I was telling is, you will get one ebook with study materials, practice files, all the Excel related files, presentations, everything is there in this book. Actually, this book cost more than 2000 rupees, which I have purchased, but I have the PDF of it with the sample file. The sample files, all the files I'll be giving. But for that, I'll be giving you when you actually post, the certificate. And I want you guys to, mention about what did you felt about the webinar. That is this week's webinar, and few words about how was the teaching and how was the trainer. Okay, and tag me. Okay, tag me. It's not just only that my name will come, but for sure I'll try to recommend more other people to follow, or say get recognized, your profile to be popular as well. Okay, right. So this is what I want all of you to do. I want all of you to fill that certificate link, and I'll give you my LinkedIn link, LinkedIn link as well. If people want to follow me, you can follow me, or if you already following me, that is fine. I'm very happy. People, I will take the questions. Okay, I promised you I'll take all your questions. Okay, please allow me. So give me 5 minutes. Okay, I'll take all of your questions. Still time is there, right? Okay. So this is my LinkedIn profile and the company profile. So please, you can connect with me, or you can tag me for any of your certifications or something. I will surely try to further repost it, so that whoever is there in my circle, say almost 2,500, more than 2,500 people are there in my circle. All are actually the directors, or say HRs, or these kind of levels. I'll try to recommend you people as well. Okay. Right. Next, what I want is the Google review. Okay. So this is a request. So that's all. about this weekend with expert. People I have seen, you saw, right? People are coming, say, there are 15 to 20 people coming. I want this to be like bigger. The community should grow so that we have a lot of things. I can see there are so many questions coming up. I want these kind of questions so that we can arrange some sessions. If it is not possible for me, if it is not, I don't have that knowledge, I'll try and see if I can arrange someone where we have more and more trainings, more and more knowledge, which will be getting completely for free. Okay. So this is actually we are doing from one of our foundations. So I don't want to keep on telling about it because we want things to happen. But whatever we speak, that should happen actually. Okay. So I want your review so that people actually will feel that it's really good and people keep coming. And in the app, okay, where you have registered the course, there also you can post the same review, just copy and paste the same review. So you can do that. Okay. So this is my request actually, so that things will go smooth and more people will actually attend these sessions. Okay. Right. The next one is about, let me take another 2-3 minutes. We have one mega bundle. So what I told about the charting techniques, which I'm making a course. So those kind of courses we are actually making. There are a lot of courses which are happening. Thanks, Aditya. Okay, there are a lot of courses which are actually coming up. So we are adding that within this bundle as well. So here, as of now, we have 27 courses in this mega bundle, right from the basic Excel to the advanced Excel, and even a lot of charts, charting techniques, and also complex charts. People are asking about the Power BI, Tableau. So all these things are there. Okay, let me just show you how actually. Okay, let me just show you. So this is the mega bundle actually. This has got almost, not almost, 27 courses are there. I'll just show you. You can go and check that here. Let me just show you what all courses are available. These are the list of courses available here. Advanced Excel Pro Plus. See here you can see, you can go and check. A lot of interview questions, answers, everything is there. So we have kept everything in one single bundle actually. And more courses are getting added. We are preparing it, and I showed you already the videos are coming up. Editing has to be done. So those things will be there. So those things also will be getting added here. As of now, we have 27 high-end courses actually already there. And you can also go here. We have the preview. You can check the preview, and then if you feel good, then you can purchase it. So for every courses, we have this preview. You can check that. And what all skills you'll be gaining here? We have this data visualizations, programming skills. Then we have this presentation and documentation. And then we have this database management, analytics, reporting, dashboard techniques, automation process techniques. So all these is, these are available in one single bundle. Okay. And you also have some bonus benefits as well. That is, you have some background images which you can use it for completely free. Okay, this is completely free, which we have purchased it actually. You have icon sets where you can use it for your dashboards. Then we have 1,000+ sample editable cover letters, resumes. Okay. And suppose if you think people are more interested in working on projects, they are searching for the data. So all these data, say 300+ data sets have been bundled and kept in this package itself, so that you don't have to go and search for the Excel data sets. Okay. And we have readily available, that is charts, whatever we have thought, readily available charts, templates, everything is available. So you can download that and you can work on that as well. So the entire course, whatever you see, it has been recorded, it has been, so the syllabus have been tailored, picked up from the industry requirements. And then we have done the videos here. That is myself and Srividya. So we have done this entire bundle. Okay. And also a lot of opportunities are there for this particular, data science, data analytics, things like that. So just go through this. Okay. So it actually costs you 9,999 actual cost. Okay. In the app, but we actually have some discounts for people who have attended this session. So today's price, it is 4,999. You can just apply this weekend with expert, that is WWE 2023 as your code. And this will be for only 10 people actually. If you want, you can just go you can purchase it. But I'll tell you, this is completely done by us. Okay, ITAS. The entire thing is, we have spoken to a lot of industries, the industry requirements. Based on that only we have actually prepared the syllabus. And there are more courses which are coming. I showed you one, that is the charting techniques with more than 150 charts are already available with me. I have to convert that into videos. And we have this data cleaning pivot table, advanced pivot table, and advanced pivoting techniques. Those kind of chart uh, courses are actually coming. That will be added in this. Again, you don't have to pay anything. Once you purchase this, we are keep updating this. This is like every time we keep updating, and you will have the access for that. You don't have to pay extra for that. Okay. All right. So this is what I have for the presentation today. So I will actually give you this link as well. So if you think you want to purchase this, you can go and purchase. Let me just send the link. I have here only. Okay, so people, I am just posting this. Okay, so if you think you want to purchase, you can purchase this. Right? Okay. Now, coming to your questions. Okay. So people, the next week we are actually planning for Chat GPT and AI tools. So this is what the topic which we had decided last evening because of the demand. That's what I was about to say. End of the session, but most of you already, were so excited, so you already asked. But next week, I'm actually planning for Chat GPT, where how we can actually use that in MS Office application. Okay, the entire MS Office application or MS Excel, also for your macros. And we're also planning for the AI tools in Excel. See, already I have installed here. Okay, see, I have already installed. I'm already doing R&Ds on that. I'm seeing what appropriate things will be there, because I've seen people working blindly, whatever they want. I don't want that to happen. So I'm just, because even I have a list of topics, I don't know how many topics I have to cover, which all have to put that across the syllabus, because it shouldn't be like, again, you people get confused about it. Okay. So there are some AI tools which I've already tried, experimenting on it. And also I've implemented some Chat GPT. So I will confirm. So 75 to 80% is what we'll be having the next week. That is Chat GPT. So I want all of you to attend the sessions. If not Chat GPT, there will be a course called as data cleaning, actually, which previously it was planned, but again, due to some demand, so we thought let's do this Chat GPT. But every weekend there will be one or the other interesting sessions. Okay. Right. Next, coming to your questions. Okay. People, we have a lot of topics which we planned for weekend with experts, but also, like I could see there were some questions. Now I'll take all your questions. Let me just see. Okay. So there was one question from Prajwal saying, sir, how we can improve our knowledge using artificial intelligence? What is the impact of AI on data analytics job? So Prajwal, there is a session on this. So I will actually talk about that, because to tell you in a very simple way, AI is actually, it is acquiring the skills, or say you can say it is acquiring the industry. But one thing I'll tell you, people, please do not fear. I've seen many people, I've seen many, say, trainers or say coaches, they are actually creating fear, saying that AI will actually take your jobs or something. People, nothing will happen. Okay. If you want, I'll send you one video. I don't know how many of you have seen that Narayan Murthy's one video. Have you seen that? Any of you have seen that? Okay. So if you have seen, it's good. I'll tell you, he mentioned, Pinto, no problem. If you've already given, it's fine. No problem. Don't delete it. You can put the review in the app, the course, whatever is there, right? In that below, you just give that review. Okay. About weekend with experts course. Okay. So people, I was talking about, Narayan Murthy was, he was telling that this Chat GPT or AI will never take out your jobs. Okay. But I'll tell you, people, not only, see, before AI came also, I was actually telling so many people that improve your skill sets, make sure that you are up to date. That's all. No one can, take your jobs away. Okay. Even if AI comes, even if chat GPT or even anything comes, jobs will be there. Okay. Don't worry. Only thing I request all of you is please improve your skill sets. That's all. Improve your skills. If you have skills, no one can stop you. No one can actually steal your job. Okay. And have you people seen that, there are many ads running saying that if you don't learn AI, your job will go. Have you seen that? Many people actually say that. How many of you seen that? I've seen that. Yeah. So what do you think? You think it is true? What do you think? Tell your opinion. So it shouldn't be like, nothing will happen. So people, um, I'll tell you, these people, okay, they actually, catch that whatever is trending, they'll start telling that you have to learn this, you have to learn this, you have to learn this, so that people will get scared and start learning that. Okay, that is what they are actually doing. Okay, they are not concentrating on what skills they can actually give. But what I'll tell you is, see, AI cannot take out, it cannot say that it cannot take out your job, or say it cannot make you, um, uh, you know, take your job. But what I'm telling is improve your skills. Okay, improve your skills. I'll tell you, if you improve your skills, no one can stop. People, I'll tell you, when computers came, okay, I was very small actually when I was in school. When computers came, my parents used to tell that once the computers come, then there won't be any job. Okay, so everything computer only will do. How many of you have come across these kind of situations in your childhood? How many of you come across these kind of talks? No? Okay. So when I was actually in school, okay, when the computers became more popular, they used to tell that computers will, if computer will top, will not have job. So human beings will not have job only. Everything computer only will do. Okay. So again, we saw that there are so many job openings, so many people got job because the new technology came, new things came. Similarly, all these AI tools, whatever, okay, chat GPT or any other AI tools, let it come. Don't get scared. Okay. Jobs will not be available. You won't get job if you don't have skill sets. But the technology will not take out your job. Okay. So don't worry. Whoever says that, if you don't learn this, you won't get job at all. It's false. But make sure that you will be updated yourself, upgrade yourself. Okay. Don't get scared. That is my request actually. Okay. Right. The next one, what I'm telling is, if you have any topics in your mind, okay, which you think that you wanted to learn or something very, it should be very unique. It shouldn't be like, sir, I want to learn basic Excel that already is there in our app, freely available. You can go and you can, study that. So whatever topics you have, okay, just send me. So whatever I know, okay, whatever I have experienced, whatever I have the knowledge, I will deliver that. Okay, if at all like something which you might ask, say machine learning, I'm not so good in machine learning. If you ask about, something on artificial intelligence, I don't know. I'll see if I can arrange someone who actually has the mentality of, giving it for free or say, free education. I'll try and see if we get someone like that. We'll try to help you people on this program what we have this weekend with experts. Okay. Tableau prep plus complex charts in PBI and Tableau. Tableau prep, if you want, I have one video, okay, which I've already done. But still, if you want, I'll take one session on Tableau prep, different charts. We have all these, plans. Okay. The thing is, we actually couldn't implement that. So many things we actually had planned. Actually, so many things. Let me show you. See, when this was actually planned, it was planned in 2020 actually. Okay, various different charts, but we were not actually getting the 2020 this one. See, so many charts we had planned that time only. Problem is we were not actually getting time. Okay, advanced tax, sure. So people, what you do, all of you are there in the group. Okay, put these questions, put the topics. Now, if you put here, what happens is like it might get skipped. What you do is you just try to, you know, send the topics. I will make a list of it, keep it with me, and then for sure we'll try to take one every weekend, or say on Saturday one topic, Sunday one topic. We can do that. Okay. Right. So again, I'll send the links to you people. Try to fill that certification, this thing. Don't forget to fill that certification. Whoever will fill the certification, only those people I can give. Okay, because for everyone we cannot give. So I've sent the link here. Please fill that. Just 2 or 3 fields are there. Just fill that so that we can generate the say what is that certificate, and I'll give you. And if you add the reviews, you will get the book for sure. Okay, it's my promise, and I've done that actually. Whoever has asked anything, whatever we have promised, we have already given that. So this book also will be. You don't have access to send the message in the group. Ah, yes. So what? If I give the access again, we had faced a lot of problems. People are sending all some irrelevant messages, so we had to do that. Okay, do one thing. You have my WhatsApp number, right? Send it to the WhatsApp number, the list. Okay, I will collate it. Daily 1 hour. So see, that won't happen, Prajwal. What happens is like daily 1 hour, if you give, so the timings also matter. Some people will be free, some people will not be free at that time. What you do, just send it to my WhatsApp directly. I will collate everything and then I'll put it in the group. I'll only put it in the group. Okay. Right. So before we end this session, thank you so much, people, spending your weekend, for this program. Before ending, okay, one last question. How do you feel that, the plan, the idea of having this weekend with experts every weekend? How do you feel? Is it good, or you think, it shouldn't have been done or something? So how do you feel about this program, what we have planned? Thank you so much, all of you. And people, we already had done some weekend with experts classes, say 1.5 year back. So all those videos are also, I'll try to upload that in the same course, actually, the same whatever course we have done, so that it's almost some 16 to 18 videos are there. Okay, 18 classes we have taken. So that also I'll put that. So that also will be helpful for you people. Okay. I think we somewhere see here weekend with experts. This is when we have done very long, let's see, very long, but we have done 2022. I think we have done this almost a year. All right, people, all of you, thank you so much. And from Tuesday, I think some of you know that there is one course starting, the complete free program for data analytics. 2 months complete free course. Okay, complete 2 months. You'll have this data analytics course. If anyone, okay, this is with certification we are giving actually. This is with certification. Okay, if anyone is there who is really in need, who are very poor, who are not able to spend so much of money, any students, please let them know so that they can benefit out of it. Okay, right. So thank you so much, people. See you guys in next weekend with experts. I will try my maximum best to have a chat GPT and AI tool for next week. Otherwise, keep in mind, it will be data cleaning. Otherwise, chat GPT is confirmed. Okay. Right. Thank you so much, people. Have a great week ahead. And I hope you all will actually post your certificate and post a few things in the LinkedIn, and also Google review and in Apple. Okay. Bye-bye. Take care.